Hello, you guys. This vlog is basically just life after vacation. If you haven't seen any of my previous vlogs, I was in Dubai for almost 10 days and I had an amazing reset. It was just a very relaxing beach type of vacation. So there was at night a lot of like outings, shopping, and things like that. But in the morning until like 3 p.m., I was just sitting, relaxing, reading, enjoying my time off, and just like the slowing down a little bit before, after like the start of the new year. So in this vlog, I want to show you basically my reset after vacation and what I've been doing, and how I can get back on track after vacation, because honestly during that vacation I almost forgot what I was doing here. And I don't know if you noticed, but after you come back from vacation, you feel like you are like your productivity is really high because you've refreshed and now you're back on track with your business, your life goals. And this is the perfect time of the year to reset, I feel like, in January. So I feel like the vacation timing was really great for me. So I want to talk about some of the templates that I created for my expense tracking. So I hopefully that would help you, and I can walk you through what I've done. It's a really great template. Maybe I'll share it with you guys if you're interested. But I've moved from paper to electronic and I'll never go back. I think it's a great, great, great opportunity that I've done that. And starting this year, so starting in January, I'm going to be doing everything electronics. It's just easier to see what comes in, what goes out, and where categories I'm spending the most. So January is basically the perfect timing for me to start this new habit of putting everything in electronic form versus paper form. And I will show you in a little bit. I can walk you through that. So I think this is number one reset for me, is to track what I've spent on my vacation and how much I need to save moving forward, because I feel like on vacation we do go a little bit overboard. If you noticed, I didn't do any luxury shopping except the jewelry shopping I've done in Dubai, and I shared a video, so please go for it and watch that video. That would be super helpful for me. Just to see what I got, mainly jewelry pieces, no handbags, nothing like that from like the known luxury brands. So that's good to go. The other thing I want to show you and share with you are some of the books that I have read on vacation. I don't have the majority of them on me. I just have this one, and this one needs to go back into the library. So far this year, I have read 5 books, which is awesome because I love reading. It's definitely my hobby. And let me share with you what those books are. So the first book that I have on here is More Days at the Murasaki Bookshop. This is part 2. There is a part 1. It's called Days at the Murasaki Bookshop. This is Japanese translated to English. This is a great novel. You can see it's not so thick. It's a really, like, you can finish it in a couple days, this read. But I loved how wholesome and beautiful the story is. Talks a little bit about family, community, and things like that, which I love and appreciate. Part 1 and part 2 were both amazing. I highly recommend this. And I noticed that I really, really love Japanese style and writing. It's so good. I highly, highly recommend these 2 parts. I will share the other part in a picture because you can't really see it in here. So that's that. The other things that I have read on my Kindle, the first book was Just for the Summer. It's basically a romance book, and I needed like a little bit of a light read between all the heavy reading that I was doing last year. So I went with romance. I usually go to romance just to break what I was reading, just to break it a little bit because I was reading really heavy books. But just for example, it's a fun read. It's a really good one. It's romance, but it's a really good romance. So highly recommend that. The other book that I read is Pretty Girls, sorry. I did not like that book. I felt like it was super repetitive. I know a lot of people love that book. I do not. That wasn't something that I would recommend for anybody to read, just because I felt like it was too repetitive. I didn't like the storyline. It was just a little bit boring. I feel like it was longer than it needed to be, so it was more on the boring side for me. The other 2 books which I spoke about, the More Days at the Murasaki Bookshop and then Days at the Murasaki Bookshop. What was the 5th one? I'm trying to remember what that was. I think it's on my Kindle. Oh, I know what it was. It was a book by an Iranian writer who lives in France, and it's a really really good one. I will add the picture in here. That was a really good one. I loved just the writing style was really good. The historical part of it, that you know a lot about Iran from reading that book, is really good. And just like basically the immigrant life, it was just a super super good book. I highly recommend for people to read it. I will insert the picture here because I can't really remember the name for some reason, and it's not on my Kindle. So I've been reading a lot through Libby app on my Kindle. It's been so nice because the Kindle is just really thin. So when it's a really heavy book, this saves your life because you're not lugging around like a really heavy book. So the Kindle has been amazing for that. So those are some of the things that I want to talk about, and I can walk you through some of the resets that I'm doing, just my everyday. So let's get started this day and spend the week with me, and let's go. Okay, now that I am settled here with my laptop and everything, if you have a MacBook, there is the Numbers app, which is the Excel version of the MacBook version of Excel. And this app is really good. I'm still though learning. It's a little bit different from Excel, but there's a learning curve, but it's not complex. Okay. So this is what I have in here. This is my template that I have. They already have this in templates, but it's not like the formulas are not so great. So I had to make sure that the formulas are really good in here. So you have, this is not only for January, this is like the general template that I have because I have a breakdown for January, February now. And then every month I duplicate the templates, both of them, and I just redo a little bit of the formatting on these. So on here, you have what money coming in, like your paycheck, your second paycheck. If it's by weekly basis or monthly basis, you can change that, whatever you need to. And then here, I listed all the categories that I need. So for example, my categories, so this is different from person to person because we don't have the same like things that we spend our money on, right? So for me, mortgage, bills, groceries, gas, cafe and dining, shopping and self-care, health and wellness, travel, miscellaneous, savings and investments. So these are my categories. Cafe dining, because I do go to coffee shops, so I add that as part of here. That's what we do for socializing. Shopping, self-care under the same one. That's for me. Health and wellness, I basically have any vitamin subscriptions and things like that go under here as well. So these are my categories. Okay, let's move on to the breakdown. So in the breakdown, you have your categories and then the amount of money related to that category. So for example, groceries, like whatever grocery store you go to, and then how much it costs. And then this auto populates and adds everything in here. So by the end of the month, you're able to get your total expenses and then how much money is basically left over. For me, savings is not just a leftover thing, it's non-negotiable. I add into my savings on a monthly basis, just like any other expense. So I don't know if you want more details about this, but let me know. But I think this is a great opportunity for me to like see everything in visual, everything that I need, because I like to see where I spend most of my money, and that's where I improve, like for my self-improvement purposes. Okay, so, but this is what it looks like. The graph here would just show you like in per breakdown of that 100% like money coming in. Okay, so now that I am done showing you what the calendar that I use, the template that I use on Numbers for the tracking expenses, I want to talk to you a little bit about the membership all health goals that I have for me this year. I'm going to continue going to Pilates. So you're probably a little bit confused because I say Pilates and then in some videos I say gym. So right now I have two membership, one with Pilates and the other one with just a regular gym membership. And I know that's a little bit crazy, but hear me out. So in my gym membership situation, in my Pilates, so for the past year, I've been consistently going to Pilates twice a week, okay? Every single Monday, Thursday, Pilates for me. However, what I noticed is like my legs are getting really strong, but because I feel like with Pilates, we don't focus a lot on upper body, I don't feel like I'm getting stronger or more toned in my upper body. Maybe I should have done more Pilates, per week. But honestly, for me, that's not sustainable because it's really expensive. The Pilates, I pay per class and I pay around $19 a class. So it's just not sustainable to can do more than a couple classes a week for me. So unless I would go the unlimited, but I didn't want to do the unlimited route because if I wasn't consistent, I don't know, just like random things. So because I was only doing twice a week, my gym membership is $50. So I still have the package bought from Pilates, which is $200 per 10 classes. And I can use them whenever I want. So I can go or not go. I use them when I want to go to the Pilates class. But for gym membership, that it's paid either way. You can't just pay per class for gym membership. So what I've ended up doing in December, I signed up again for the gym. So what I can do is reduce Pilates to once a week because I still really love Pilates, and do the gym for 4 days a week. So this is for me like a split. It's not really an even split because I want to do more gym because I do want to focus on my upper body. My goals this year is my back and arms to be so toned, okay? Because my legs are toned, but not my upper body. So this is really my focus, and this is why I have 2 memberships right now, because I want to see the benefits of the upper body just like I'm doing it for the lower body. So, and this also is a way for me to even go to the gym just for 30 minutes. I just want to run on a treadmill or just do a walk because I don't have space in my apartment to do those things, okay? I don't have space in my apartment to have a treadmill here, no space for that. Can't do that. I want to be out of here to do those things. So, this is a great way for me to get in my steps in, and whether it's Pilates or not, because Pilates is it's a class. If it's not scheduled, then you can't go to Pilates. But the gym, the one I signed up for, is 24 hours, so I can go anytime I want and walk, run, do weightlifting and things like that. So gym has been strictly for my upper body weightlifting process. And then Pilates, because I really still enjoy it, that's going to be only once a week if I find the right classes. And it's been a little bit restricted because I noticed that I do love bar classes, and that Pilates studio that I go to does offer that. But the bar classes are not every week. So, it's just a little bit restricted for me. So for me, this way, I think it's the best for my lifestyle and my goals for the health. In regards to subscriptions, I still have health subscriptions. So these are my 2 health subscriptions. I have vitamin subscriptions, like I still take vitamin D, I take ashwagandha, I take magnesium, and I take the Dim Eval, which is a really great for hormonal balance. These are the stuff that I take. But I also check in with my doctor to see what levels I'm at and things like that. So you want to be careful with vitamins. You can't go overboard, but you want to continue to check in with your provider, like their physician. So yeah, that's for me for health goals. I'm really, really focused on upper body. Hopefully I reach my goals this year of toning that upper body, and see where I go from there. Another note on working out and stuff, I need an alternative for this protein shake, Fairlife. I was browsing on Instagram, and Dr. Mark, I don't know if you're aware of him, but I will insert his Instagram link here. But what he was saying is that Fairlife protein shakes has highest amount of plastic particles in them. So that made me super nervous. So I'm going to end up using what I have, but I'm not going to rebuy the same brand. So if you have any alternative for protein shakes that you like, please let me know. Or how do you consume all that protein after a workout? Just give me ideas because I really, really need it. I'm going to discontinue using these. Initially, I ended up buying these because those are the only protein shakes with 0 added sugar. And that's a very big concern for me. I don't want anything with sugar in it. So this was the reason why I ended up, and they actually taste good. It doesn't give me, it doesn't turn my stomach when I drink them, and a lot of protein shakes do. So this is why I ended up getting these and really sticking with them. But now that makes me nervous regarding the plastic particles in them. Look how beautiful this parfait is. It looks so delicious. I cannot wait to eat it. What I have in here, yogurt, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. I have some dates pieces in here and a tiny bit of maple syrup. And then what was it called? Like the hemp seeds and granola. And because it's the early in the week, so what I end up doing is I replenish all of my vitamins in this organizer. I've had this organizer for probably 3 years, and I put my morning and evening vitamins in here so that I don't, one, forget if I took my vitamins or not, and two, I end up seeing what I have to reorder and things like that from my vitamins. So consult with your doctor. This is not something that I do without consulting my doctor and actually doing blood tests to see what I'm deficient in and was not. So yeah, let me get started with replenishing these quickly. So I can just put everything in here quickly after. So let's do it. Let's start with the probiotics. So this is all gonna go in my morning. Hands clean. There we go. Let's close that out. There we go. Let's do the magnesium. I only take before bed, so I'm just gonna leave that at the side. I don't want to put it in here because I take everything else at noon. So let's start with this one. We're at a cute coffee shop getting some coffee. That's our weekend treat. Another thing that I love to do when I get back from vacation and while I'm resetting my body, because I am still very much jet lagged, I take care of my skincare routine and I start like super early, like 6 super early. So right now what I'm gonna do is exfoliate, because I love doing that after long airplane rides. It's just, exfoliate your skin. It removes the dead skin from all that airplane, like the air in the airplane is so great. So I feel like exfoliating is the best cure for that. And this is the best I've used, which is these Zio Skin Health oil control pads. I love them. I take one, dab it over my neck and face, and then I move on to my next step of skincare, which I will show you what it's gonna be because I'm very dehydrated right now. I will be using a sheet mask as my next step, which is the Medicube Deep Peptide Radiance Mask. I haven't tried these yet, but I wanna try it and see if I like those. I will put that on my face and then just sit a little bit on my computer, work maybe. Actually, no, I'm not gonna work. Maybe I'll just watch a relaxing video. And then drink my tea at the same time while this one is on my face for 20 minutes or 15, depending on how I feel. But this is what I will be using. Here is my beautiful cup of tea. I'm making chamomile flowers tea so I can relax and fall asleep right away.